That's a giant of a song. What's the story with the If I Rule the World?
Just feeling like that, feeling like how the world is up against you, crazy, and you see so many people go through pain and ups and downs, and your family and friends, you know, and if you can change it, you know what I'm saying, it's, you know, you do that. Curtis Blow, a hip hop legend, he made the original version, and I saw him perform it in this movie called Crush Groove back in the days, and I was like, y'all remember that? That was like amazing. He was one of my favorites. Him, Run DMC, Cool J, all of the guys was like my favorites. So I thought it'd be cool to redo a record by Curtis Blow. And then with Lauryn Hill on the record, just took it to a whole nother level. Like what Salam said, he did their first album, and their first album and my first album were released on the same record company around the same time. And they used to actually open up for me.
Wow.
So, second time around, you did the score. That record is one of the biggest selling albums of all times, and I was opening up for them. And it's all good, you know, and we wound up working on that record together.
How did you two come to be in terms of collaborating on so many projects? What was the first encounter with you and Nas and some of the magic that's happened with the records you guys have made?
But Salam's a chameleon for real. Like you would have no idea what this guy is working on, from the Sex and the City movie, the music for that. Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. Sex and the City Part 2, he's doing the music, and Amy Winehouse, of course, just the homie, and he does so much stuff. But you know, we're both from Queens, New York, so we got that going. That we got memories of growing up there, around the same time and stuff like that, and music that was out in the 80s. It influenced him the same way it influenced me. So we had this bond, and I met him. I think I met you years ago in Columbia Records. Back in the day, they might have still been CBS, Columbia.
CBS, yeah.
Before Sony.
Yeah, right after halftime, probably first time. Then Nas used to be in Red Zone. Actually, it's like, you know, we know the same people. So Akinele, who was on his first debut song, Live at the Barbecue, went to junior high with me. So it was outside the Red Zone. First time I met you with Launch Professor. So you know, we grew up with the same influences. We knew the same people. We like the same foods. Like, we same dudes in a different form. So you know, even dudes that play one that.
What's your favorite Indian restaurant in Queens these days? What's good?
Actually, I didn't go to India until I moved to the city and went to 6th Street. So you know, we were still at that Popeyes or that. I was McDonald's on Springfield and Linden. I was over there.
What was your first collaboration with the two of you?
What Goes Around on Stillmatic.
Yeah,
that was the first song that we did together in 2001. And then from that time when we did that, we really just clicked in and kept vibing on stuff. And you know,
well, what happened is we'll get in the studio, and then Salam's like, "What type of song you want to do?" And then I throw him all these ideas that I don't think could ever be put into a song. And then like a week later, he plays me something with the music and then tells me what the song should be about. And I'm like, damn, how'd you think of that? He said, man, that's what you were just talking about last week in the studio. So he like captures the lightning in a bottle, you know, and he just like holds it for whenever you're ready. And I go through all these different ideas, and then he says, what about this one? And I'm like, wow, I'm glad he remembered.
The thing with somebody like Nas, I guess, you know, he comes up with ideas so quickly and moves on to the next one. I mean, when we get in and start writing, we do a lot of music, but he'll be like, I'm listening to Miles Davis, Bitches Bruce today, and I'm like, really? Then I listen to it, okay, bass, clarinet, this, that, and the third. So we got songs in the camera and like that, or he'll be like, oh, I heard some Bessie Smith stuff that was interesting. Okay, we'll just do that. So whatever it is, he throws it at me, and I flip it, but still give it to him in a form where he can be him, use his voice, and really go there. So our collaborations for me are, you know, special, especially as far as doing hip hop, because I don't have to just think about the hip hop we grew up on. I'm able to do everything else.
Thank you. Good stuff.
Imagine smoking weed in the street without cops harassing. Imagine going to court with no